So this story takes place freshman year of high school, and this is like before anybody had cars, so we would walk everywhere after school. And my two buddies, Chuck and Trevor, we were just walking along the street, and to go to somebody's house. Then we were gonna go to play practice back at, because back then it's not rehearsal, it's like play practice, like when you're in high school. So we were walking down the street, and some kid comes up, just like a bigger, older kid, I guess. And he's like, "Yo, do you guys got like $1?" And both my friends, being very smart, were like, "No, sorry, dude, don't have any money. Sorry, don't have any." And I, being retarded, was like, "Yeah, no, totally, I have $1, whatever." So I pull out like my wad of like lunch money, and I go to peel $1 off of it. Well, wad, it's like not that much money. But I go to peel $1 off of it, and he's just like, "I'll take all that." It's like, "What?" He's like, I'll take that money." It's like, "No." And he's like, "Yeah, I will." And so, being the complete and utter coward that I am, totally afraid of like any sort of physical violence. Not even that there was really the threat of physical violence, but just like the threat of physical violence was enough to get me to go, "Okay," and just give him the money. And he walks away. And my friends are like, "You are an idiot. Why did you do that?" And I was like, I know, I'm an idiot. I panicked, I freaked out, I don't know, whatever. But there was no, like I said, there was no like threat of physical violence. There was no like, "Give me that money or I'll kick your ass." It was just like, "Give me the money." And I was like, okay. So we go to play practice, and naturally the first thing they run in, they're like, "DC gave this guy $16. This dude robbed him. It was hilarious. He just handed it over." And somehow in the course of telling it and people laughing at me and me being embarrassed, the story became that not only had I just given the dude money, but that the dude was threatening us with his hand in his pocket, pretending like it was a gun. And that just didn't happen. Like, I don't know, I couldn't tell which was more embarrassing, because that wasn't true. Like, that was embarrassing, the fact that I would be scared of a dude who was pretending to have a gun in his pocket, which he clearly didn't, or what actually had happened. So I was kind of damned if I did and damned if I didn't. And then, so it just became people coming up to me going, "Hey, give me $16," with their hand in their pocket, like they were hilarious, because they were. And so then it became that not only had he threatened me with an invisible gun, but that he had requested the specific amount of $16, and I had somehow had it and complied with his demands. And so that was embarrassing, and that followed me throughout high school. And that night I went home and told my dad, I was like, "Yeah, Dad, I'm embarrassed, like this kid, like, fucking took my," that's the thing too, it's like lunch money, like somebody actually took my lunch money, like I was 15, 16 years old at that time, like, could not have been more embarrassing. It's like, "It's fine, don't worry about it, you did the right thing, whatever, you didn't want to get into it, here's more lunch money." And that's like not what you want to hear, like, for some reason, from your dad. You want to hear like, "Oh, you should have kicked his ass, like, next time, here's what you do, here's how you fight a guy." But I guess that says something about like my family, that we're not fighters. We're lovers, not fighters. So yeah, still to this day, I will not keep $16 in my wallet. If I have $16, I will spend $1 or more immediately, because I don't like to be reminded of that most cowardly event. And I still to this day am terrified of physical confrontation. And if you ask for money, I will give it to you. I will give it to you right away.